Hi, Jean-Luc.
Hey, Ed.
Ready for some Resident Evil 4?
Hell yeah, I am. I love Resident Evil 4.
I do as well. I think I've said several times by now that this is my favorite game of all
It's
time.
one of my favorite games of all time, too.
It's pretty fantastic.
We're in the same boat.
So one of my favorite parts about this game is this opening cutscene where they they really quickly go over what happened in the previous games.
Even though you really don't need to know that.
You really don't.
This game has zero to do with the plot of Resident Evil 1 through 3, which I'm okay with because...
Is Umbrella even in this?
No.
Yeah.
Yes. Umbrella is... They talk about Umbrella because Ada's in the game.
Yeah, I mean, Umbrella comes
But I don't
up.
think Umbrella is actually involved.
My favorite part of this cutscene is when they talk about the consequences for Umbrella was their stock prices plummeted after unleashing a zombie plague, and their license was taken away by the government to do business.
Fucking government.
Well, because I don't think the government knows what to do in this situation where, like corporations can be evil, and then we have regulations and we put them in their place. But when corporations evil, when they're a supervillain bent on global domination, I don't think we have we
don't have a protocol for that.
Guys, is this a law? Do we have power?
What do we do about
what do we
this?
try them under? Evilness?
Yeah. So we should say the reason why we're playing this is because Evil Within just came out.
Yes.
Which is made by Shinji Mikami, the creator of the original Resident Evil and Resident Evil 4. And I played a little bit of it, and that game's interesting. It's not Resident Evil 4. It kind of pitches itself. I don't know if it's like the marketing or just the hype. A lot of people were like,
I think it was
Resident Evil 4.
It's our dreams. I know that when you told me who made it, and it's the guy that did Resident Evil 1 and 2 and 4, my dream was like, it's back. We're gonna get another one.
So it's not quite Resident Evil 4. I think it's trying to be a little bit more horror-y, because I don't think Resident Evil 4 is not a very scary game. Like, it's really intense, but it's not.
It's a tense game. It's
not a survival horror.
It's not.
But
scary.
I wouldn't call Evil Within quite survival horror, like in the same way Alien Isolation is, or something like that.
Yeah.
You do shoot. There is stealth in it. It actually has like a stealth mechanic. But guns are definitely an option. It's trying to just be more. I akin it more to like a Dead Space, where it's like really atmospheric and it looks creepy.
It's action horror as opposed to survival horror.
Yeah, I'd say so. But it does have some stuff, which is interesting. And it works okay. That game's kind of a mixed bag for me so far. I think the opening of the game's a bit poor. I think it does a bad job setting up that game. By chapter 3, I think it started to get like way more interesting, and
You're digging it?
I'm digging it more now than I was, and I definitely want to keep going.
Oh, Leon S. Kennedy.
But the biggest disappointment, the biggest disappointment with that game is the shooting doesn't feel solid. It's a bit swimmy, and that's the best thing about Resident Evil 4. The shooting is perfect.
The tight shooting.
Oh, so good. Oh, that guy is so gonna die.
Oh god, they get fucked. Spoiler alert, they get fucked up. Everyone in this game, if you're not Leon S. Kennedy, Leon S. Kennedy gets a little fucked up.
Yeah, he does.
Always say the yes. Always say the yes. In Leon S. Kennedy.
Leon S. Kennedy?
Leon
Oh, yeah. No, I don't know if I've ever been like Leon Kennedy.
Yeah.
This feels weird.
Because every time he introduces himself, I'm Leon S. Kennedy.
Leon S. Kennedy.
Thanks, Leon.
What does the S stand for? Do we know?
I feel like I looked it up one time, but
I want to say Scott.
Let's say
super cool. There you go.
Leon Super Cool Kennedy.
Super secret agent. Cool man. Leon S. Kennedy.
Super dude. I like this idea of like, who do we send after the president's daughter? I don't know. Zombie dude?
So I've never actually played Resident Evil 2, which I know Leon's originally from. He was like a redhead in that game.
Yeah.
They changed him. I have no idea if he was actually like a cool dude in that game or not.
I've never played it either.
But I just like the way Leon's just like this I don't give a shit badass.
He's the most competent action hero of like everything he's a master of.
Like Solid Snake, I want to be Leon S. Kennedy when I grow up.
I will skip all of the codec calls because they're really boring, but I will not skip the cutscenes because they're all glorious and they deserve to be loved in their own special way, much like a child. Oh,
except for that one. You already fucked up.
God damn it. It's a dude who's looking through the window.
What happened to? They're all special except for that one. That one's not one special.
That one's Timmy. We don't fucking love Timmy.
We don't like that cutscene.
Timmy eats glue.
We should mention we're playing the PC.
We are playing the HD re-release, and I should explain now. I'm going to warn you. This port is not the best. It is leagues better than the original PC port they released back when the game originally came out. That didn't even have fucking mouse support.
Nope.
You couldn't play with a mouse when this game first came out on PC.
It was apparently really, really bad.
Yeah, the new HD release, along with the 360 and the PS3 release, this is on Steam.
I was wondering if you might.
It still has some issues. I get my computer's good. Like I should be able to play this game on max, no problems. And yet, if there's like a good chunk of enemies on screen and like a lot going on in the environment, everything slows down to like slow mo. It's like I'm playing in the Matrix.
Yeah, Capcom's always been a real mixed bag when it comes to PC ports, unfortunately. I don't know if I have not played any of the HD versions, so I don't know if that's still. If that frame issues are also on like the 360 or PS3 version, but
I don't know either. But I'm just gonna say that if you really want to play Resident Evil 4, and you should, and you want to know what to buy it on, as someone who has a massive Steam library, I just like buying games on Steam more than playing them. I bought on Steam because I just like having all my games in my Steam.
This seems competent enough. This is fine.
It's fine. If you like it's playable. It's fine. It's fine.
What do you think is the like ultimate version of Resident Evil 4 to get? Because you can get on like at this point everything.
I think personally, I would love to play the 360 or PS3 version, but I like the Wii version.
I actually like the Wii version a lot,
because, in my opinion, the Wii version, it has everything that the PS2 version had. The
kill that guy.
Version, the GameCube version was missing a couple things that they added in the PS2 version.
That was the original version, right?
Yeah, the GameCube was original, and then they ported it to PS2.
Yeah, well, the PS2 had all the extra content.
Yeah, and the
Wii version has that as well.
Yeah, the controls are really tight. It was one of the first games that really utilized all of the Wii controls really, really well.
Yeah, it was like the first game I played where I felt like, oh, you can actually have a shooter on the Wii, and it's actually good.
So I would. That's my personal favorite. I'm also gonna give it to the 360 and PS3 version without even playing it, assuming that they run better than this, which I would hope they would. Get all the stuff. Not gonna bother saving.
I personally like the iOS version.
There's an
Shut up, Nate.
There's an iOS version of that game?
Probably not.
Oh, I wouldn't be surprised.
I almost didn't help the dog. Gotta help the dog. Always help the dog. That blew my mind.
When the dog comes back.
15-year-old me. I made that decision and it has consequences.
Yeah.
This game did a lot of stuff that seems like really. I'm sure that games have done that in the past where you shoot an enemy's arm and it doesn't happen all the time, but their item will drop or you hit them in the knee and they'll kind of stumble. But this game did a lot of really interesting things really well. That blew my mind.
When did this game originally come out?
2005.
Yeah, this game came out in 2005. That was... Yeah, wow. Yeah, that was a while ago.
15-year-old me in my basement. Let's do a lot of Linkin Park. Watching Kevin Smith in The Evil Dead. That was 15.
All right, I'm with you on the other things. I don't know if I can join you on the Linkin Park. I never liked Linkin Park.
How is the world supposed to know how I feel? What am I supposed to listen to during my field times, Jean-Luc? That and a lot of Disturbed. That's I just sang to you Disturbed's discography. You're welcome.
Yeah, I was never into any of the music. Like, I remember in middle school, a lot of people were into like My Chemical Romance, and I just was always like,
I used to make fun. Here's the worst part. You want to know something really bad about me?
You used to make fun of My Chemical Romance?
I gave My Chemical Romance so much shit, even though the music I was listening to was no way better.
Oh, you and your My Chemical Romance. I'm gonna go over here and listen to my Linkin Park.
And my Disturbed, because I'm a fucking badass.
Meanwhile, I was just like,
now that I'm an adult, I've listened to some My Chemical Romance, and now I'm just like, oh, I actually kind of like these guys. They're the Killjoys, the one that was like a concept album about dystopian future. Actually, pretty cool. I enjoyed that CD. You heard it here first. I am enjoying My Chemical Romance as a 23-year-old man.
See, this is the moment.
Yeah, this is
in this game.
Oh,
you should do the.
I should do the really cool. Oh, did I miss it? I'm not.
Nope, you can do it. You still do it. This is the moment for this game where I was like, oh, this game is great.
God,
It's
everything about this game holds up.
Like I remember the first time I played this.
Yeah, that dude got fucked
Oh
up.
shit, he did. Yeah.
I've been gone for like 5 minutes. Like it's been 5 minutes since I saw those.
How
dudes.
did they get the body before you? Oh, geez,
Yeah,
that frame rate.
see,
Whoa, whoa,
yeah.
whoa.
It's gonna get better. So it's not gonna be like this the entire fight. But
You're already not doing well health-wise, man. Probably
I
should have
probably
healed. Come on.
I'm gonna wait till I get hit one more time. Utilize my shit to its max potential.
And then just murder these people.
Yeah, and then just murder.
You're out of bullets, dude. You're out of bullets.
I am. That was a really rookie mistake. I cannot hit him. Other rookie mistake. Don't go in that door. Don't do it.
That's what I did. I went in the house.
Don't do it. That's what I did the first time I played this. I'm gonna go inside, and then you get the shotgun. You're like, yeah, I got a
Oh,
shotgun.
but I don't regret going in that house the first time because it was so crazy. No, like the experience for me, like where I went inside and I'm like, I can escape in this house.
It just gets
worse. And then when you go in the house,
a chainsaw guy gets
the chainsaw guy comes and it's great, and then like there's a.
Should I
show it? You know what?
Should
Show
I play,
it. You're
should
competent.
Should I be?
Yeah. Do it.
I don't mean to brag, but my RE4 skills are pretty good.
Yeah. I remember because I was like, I can hide in the house. It'll be great. Chainsaw guy, I'm on the roof. Oh, it was great.
I have noticed that when I'm playing at home in my personal private profile.
And I was like, I made the right choice. I went in this house.
I go super slow. I gather everything. I take my time. The only time, like, I kill enemies, headshot, kick, knife. That just to conserve as max ammo as possible. And now that I'm playing here, it's amazing to see how, because I'm not being as careful, it's amazing how fast I'm just losing everything. You're fucked.
I will say, for as much as Evil Within is trying to, it's Resident Evil, but not. It does have a chainsaw dude. Like,
it does, and chainsaw dudes are great.
Right away, just throws in the chainsaw guy.
My favorite. I love the Waterworld mercenaries. The mercenaries.
Mercenaries mode. I never got into that.
It's really fun. The Waterworld level. It's a dude with a double-bladed chainsaw.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's pretty fantastic.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Did you knock those people down?
I don't know what I did. Yeah, fucking Leon S. Kennedy being a boss. Fuck you, Glass.
You know what? They definitely did not expect that. Oh, that guy has a chainsaw.
Okay, here's what we're gonna do.
You know what? For all the
hang on.
I do think that's the one thing that Resident Evil 5 did better than 4 is they made the chainsaw guy even crazier.
They did.
Like he's manic, he's running around, and
is there a chainsaw dude or is it just the guillotine man?
No, there's the chainsaw dude, and it's better because if you played on I don't think it's on casual, but if you play on normal and above, when you kill the chainsaw dude, he drops like a key that you need to pick up. When you pick up the key, he gets back up again. And you have to like kill him again. And I was playing with a friend, and I knew that was gonna happen because I played it before. So I was like, I'm gonna pick up some ammo. You go get that key.
Oops,
and he's like, all right, I'll go get the key. He picks up the key. Dude gets up, freaks out, immediately kills him, and he it was amazing.
No.
Oh, you should run.
No. Ooh, missed that.
You can actually kill the chainsaw guy here, right?
Oh, of course you can. But he is very tough. He definitely takes damage.
Yeah, chainsaw guy definitely one of the more iconic enemies for me.
There
you go. Because he drops good loot, doesn't he?
Yeah, Oh, that's a good point. I never thought of that.
Yeah, see, that's why you want to fight him.
I avoided him to not have to fight a chainsaw.
But look at all that gold you got.
What am I doing? Come on, Ed. Get your shit together.
Always knife.
Always knife. Oh God. Oh, so many. I regret so much.
Oof.
Yeah, fucking Leon S. Kennedy. Oh, I can punch a boulder. Or not Leon S. Kennedy. Chris Redfield. I can punch a boulder.
That was always weird to me. Like I like Chris Redfield.
If we're gonna
5 is fine, but physically, he looks like a monster. Like, he's inhuman looking in that game. It is weird because in the other Resident Evil games,
he's like a normal dude.
He's just a normal dude. And then all of a sudden in 5, Chris just took like steroids.
All the steroids. Oh God. Yeah, if we're gonna do like an Edward Jacob kind of thing going, Team Leon is my opinion.
Oh God, yeah, I don't know anyone who picks
Is anyone on Team Chris? I mean, other than stupid people?
I mean, again, Chris isn't bad, but I mean, Leon. He's a Leon.
He's Leon S. Kennedy.
Does Chris have a initial in the middle?
He doesn't.
I don't think he does. It's just Chris
I
Redfield.
got saved by the bell. Look at that.
Did you just dodge a
Because
to the head?
because of the cutscene, yeah. Yeah, it was literally an inch from my face, and now they're just gonna... even the sickle that was thrown at me just like dropped to the floor. It was like, oh, I'm out. Bell time.
Like, all right, well, whatever. Ignore the intruder who is murdering all of us.
It's they are not right in the head.
Nate, what are we looking at for time?
Bingo.
16? Cool. All right, yeah, we can go for. Let's play a little bit more Resident Evil.
Do what you want.
Oh, is that a late title card?
That is, yeah, big fan of late title
Ooh,
cards. Do you want
Evil Within.
Carlos?
Evil. Yeah, let's play a little bit. Meet Carlos. Evil Within has a good cold opening. I liked.
I'm a fan of cold opens.
By the time this video comes out, we'll have already done our home button episode, but we're gonna play some of that on there, and I'm very excited to show that game off. Nate is not excited because Nate's gonna play it. You can check that video out already because it'll already be up.
The magic of editing. So what's we disagree on 5, I believe.
Well, I mean, I think we're
in like
I think we're actually mostly in agreement. It's just that
I'm more hurt by it.
Yeah, I enjoyed it more, but I think our complaints are largely the same.
You enjoyed it for what it was. I did not enjoy it for what it isn't. I think is a good summary of.
I'll agree to that. Yeah.
Like I think Resident Evil 5 is a good game. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. But man, it's not Resident Evil 4. I don't mean like I want them to just remake Resident Evil 4, but I feel like the co-op was a poor choice because they had to build the game around it, and it put them in a corner in a lot of places.
I think as a follow-up to 4, it's disappointing.
Yeah.
In that you expect the follow-up to be to just surpass the game that comes before.
What are we looking at?
Is that thing gonna? Oh, that thing attacks you, doesn't it? You should probably just shoot it.
The dogs don't get introduced right now. That's not one of the zombie dogs.
Just shoot it, man.
I've never.
Or just, just walk away. That thing's just leave. I think it's just running away. Dude, just go. Just go.
Oh,
just
I
go.
know. Oh, I know. But like, after beating this game like 20 times, I don't even know what that was. I want to know more. Okay.
New mysteries in Resident Evil 4.
That's what I love about this game. It never stops. But we both agree. We are in firm agreement that I actually won't say anything too bad about 6 because I have not played it, and I don't believe in saying
I
game
can
is
say
a piece
all
of
the bad
shit.
things about 6.
I've
played 6. I played that whole fucking game, start to finish, 24 hours. I want to say is how much I put into it. Well, sucked.
It's this weird, awkward time in both. I would say it's both Square Enix and Capcom. It's this weird time in their lives where they're great companies. They have a lot of games, a lot of fan bases for their various games, and they were like, "What are the kids like now?"
Oh,
Call
you're
of Duty.
comparing them as the two giants who are
specifically the two Japanese giants.
Yeah. Although I care more about Capcom because I love old Capcom.
Yeah.
And I've never been the biggest Square Enix fan.
But so they were like at this point where they're like, how do we keep up with Call of Duty? And they didn't really understand exactly what made. First off, they didn't understand that you don't be Call of Duty Resident Evil. If I wanted to play Call of Duty, I'm gonna pick up a Call of Duty. I'm not gonna pick up Resident Evil 6.
No one ever. Companies will never understand that.
They also didn't really understand what makes those games good or what makes their own games good. It was like this just weird time. Like if I'm not gonna do cover-based shooting.
I think Capcom is still in this weird
kind of like this denial.
I don't know. I don't really know where Capcom's at. I mean, they're doing that Resident Evil HD remake, which is a HD update of a remake of a classic game, which is like, when you think about it, it's just like the craziest thing,
Yeah.
Like, I'm really excited for that game because I've never played the original Resident Evil for starters, and I'd like to do that, but I never played the GameCube remaster either. So the idea, I want to play I'm actually very excited for this HD update.
Yeah, it's the original Resident Evil game I could just never really get into.
I want to play. I should do that.
It's tough. It's real tough. It's a lot of, do I choose to pick ammo or do I get the
Oh,
key?
that sounds cool though. I like that.
Yeah, it's a weird game.
I think what I'll maybe do is I'll play at least a little bit of the original PS1 version.
Do we want to stop now or do we want to just keep going until we meet Carlos?
Let's meet Carlos and we'll stop there.
Because we're almost there.
We're almost there. I think I'll play the original Resident Evil like a little bit because I want to see what that PS1 version's like, and then I'll probably actually like properly play the HD when that comes out.
I miss the rifle so bad.
Dude, just don't even bother.
I'm gonna bother. Okay, how about this? I'll wait till he lights it.
Yeah, because once he needs to light it.
Oh!
There you go. Look, took care of it for you.
Because I'm the best. Oh.
Tripwire.
I love how Leon just kind of like braces against explosions, and he's fine.
Okay, those spiders hurt you or no?
No, do they give me anything? Rude. Trying to kill a spider. Nope.
No.
Oh!
Oh!
Of course. The classic bear trap. Oh!
Evil Within has stuff like bear traps too. You can actually, like, if you notice them ahead of time, you can actually disable them and get, like, parts.
Yeah, with this, you can only kind of... You can just...
Dodge them. Just sort of... I think you can, like, shoot them to, like, activate them.
You can shoot them, but that wastes ammo. So
yeah, so... I mean,
again.
yeah, it's kind of best to just avoid them. Oh! Do you have health?
I do have health. Don't. I got this.
Combined. Yeah, it's always best to grab the red first as opposed to the green. That way you don't accidentally use the green.
Which I have done.
Yeah, that is the...
It does not feel good.
Smart Resident Evil...
Gotta play smart.
Resident Evil quick tip.
Yeah. But yeah, the 6 did a lot of things. I'm like, you don't...
I think 6 has really good ideas.
It has a lot of good ideas.
That I actually thought were really creative and genius, like the way the multiplayer worked, where it had like the intertwining stories, and if you turned on the multiplayer, what it would do is when you got to the point in the story where it would intersect with another story, it would actually connect you with another person who was playing that other story at the same time, and it would sync you up, and then you'd actually be playing with another person like for only that scene, and that was actually really awesome, and it worked really well. But the basic fundamental shooting and movement felt like garbage.
Could you move and shoot?
You could move and shoot in Resident Evil 6.
Okay.
That's not the problem, though. Like, moving and shooting wasn't the problem. Aiming, just trying to aim and shoot the gun and moving around, it felt bad. And it's boggling to me because Resident Evil 4 and 5, the shooting feels good. So the fact that, like, 6 just felt bad mechanically trying to shoot a gun, it was just like, ugh. Like, I didn't like it.
I said before that I used to give Leon a lot of shit because he can't walk and shoot at the same time. Because I was a shitty 15-year-old listening to Disturbed, going like, fucking Leon. Just fuck, oh, look at me, I'm Leon S. Kennedy, I can't move and shoot at the same time. And then as an adult who actually knows things about guns, I'm like, no. You would stand still, you would aim, and you would pick your targets. And you'd have good trigger discipline and other lingo related to firearms that I don't know.
Oh, Carlos.
So many weird characters in this game. My favorite line is when like how old is the daughter? She's like in her freshman year of college, and Carlos is like a bioengineer in Spain, and he sees her. He's like, oh, the president has equipped his daughter with.
He doesn't look
sticks.
like a bioengineer.
Apparently he is. He created. I believe he.
He's like, I am a scientist, and you're like, oh, Carlos, what are you? I don't
Carlos,
know.
stop hitting on the president's daughter.
Character.
But I love him. I love them all.
This game is very quirky.
It's fun. It's fun. It's fun.
This is
so
French midget. Game later.
Oh, this guy. Everything about this game is great.
What?
He's a great boss fight as well.
You know, I'm really glad the Resident Evil.
Oh, he's such a great beard.
I'm really glad those Resident Evil movies that like suck never included. I believe I'm pretty sure they never, because they tried to like they had like their Alice character, and then they would shoehorn like
enemies
Chris and Jill would like randomly appear. Yeah, and then half-ass enemies in the game. They never put Leon in the game. They never fucked up Leon.
I guess that's a saving grace. My issue with the movies is that like the world ended 3 movies ago, yet Umbrella insists on still being evil.
Yeah, they're more diabolically evil in the movies than they are in the actual games.
I don't know what their motivation is other than just being a dick.
Who knows? All right.
So that was Resident Evil 4. That was chapter 1-1.
If you have never played Resident Evil 4,
play Resident Evil 4.
Play Resident Evil 4.
This game is great.
Yes.
Leon's Candy.
Maybe the PC port seems okay.
It's playable if you're like me and you're like I like having all my games on Steam.
Yeah, maybe,
it's fine.
Maybe if you have an Xbox 360 or PS4, maybe get that version.
Probably pick it up.
Do some research though, because I'm not.
Yeah,
I don't know if the frame rate
or if you
issues-
have a Wii and you're like, I want something to play my Wii on, the controls are great.
Yeah.
The controls are really well done. It's actually a worthy Wii title.
Yeah, can't go wrong.
So that's that. So
All right, cool.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching.